Hello, everyone. Welcome back to WordWise, where learning English is easy, fun, and completely free. Today, we have a brand new story. And this one is personal. This one involves a map, a very long walk, 3 wrong turns, and one moment where I stopped in the middle of a street and genuinely did not know what continent I was on. Okay, let me paint the picture for you. It was a Saturday morning. Beautiful day, clear sky, nice breeze, the kind of morning where you wake up and you think, today is going to be a good day. Today I am going to be productive. Today I am going to explore this city like a real local. Not a tourist, a local. Confident, calm, completely in control. I had one destination. One simple destination. A famous market about 20 minutes away. I had looked it up the night before. I had studied the map. I even drew a little diagram on a piece of paper with arrows and everything. I was prepared. I was ready. I was, in my own opinion, practically a professional navigator. I left my hotel, turned left, and started walking. Now, navigate. That is our first word today. To navigate means to find your way from one place to another. You can navigate with a map, with a phone, with directions someone gave you, or, in my case, with a piece of paper covered in arrows that turned out to be completely wrong. Sailors navigate across oceans. Pilots navigate through the sky. And I navigate through streets with the confidence of someone who has absolutely no idea where they are going. That is navigate. So I am walking very confidently, very purposefully. I turn left, I turn right, I cross a big street. I walk through a small alley. I pass a bakery, which smelled amazing, by the way. Completely irrelevant, but I want you to know. And after about 15 minutes, I think, okay, the market should be very close now. Just around this corner, probably. Maybe the next one. Definitely the one after that. 30 minutes later, I was standing in front of a park I had never seen before in my life, in a neighborhood that looked nothing like anything on my little paper map, completely and utterly lost. And here is where our second word comes in, disoriented. When you are disoriented, you are confused about where you are, or what direction you are going, or sometimes even what time it is. You have lost your sense of location. You feel turned around, mixed up, completely off course. That was me, standing in front of that park, holding my paper map upside down. Yes, upside down. I discovered this later, feeling absolutely disoriented. But here is the thing, and this is important. There were people around me, people who clearly lived in this neighborhood, people who knew exactly where everything was, people who could have pointed me in the right direction in 30 seconds. All I had to do was walk up to one of them and say, "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm looking for the market." Did I do that? No. And you already know why. We talked about this last time. Pride. Still a problem. Apparently, I did not learn. Instead, I kept walking. I told myself, I can figure this out. I just need to think logically. I need to find a landmark, get my bearings, recalculate. Very rational, very calm, very lost. I walked for another 20 minutes in what I was completely convinced was the right direction. I passed the same bakery again. The one I passed at the beginning, the one that smelled amazing. I had walked in a full circle. The woman behind the bakery window saw me the second time and gave me a look, a very specific look. The look that said, "You again?" I smiled. I kept walking. My dignity was, once again, nowhere to be found. Finally, I stopped. I took a breath. I walked up to a man sitting on a bench reading a newspaper, and I said very quietly, very humbly, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm looking for the market. I think I'm a little lost." He looked up. He looked at me. He looked at my paper map. He turned it right side enormously, gently, and he pointed down the street and said, "5 minutes that way. 5 minutes." I had been walking for almost an hour. 5 minutes. And this brings us to our third word, humble. To be humble means to not think too highly of yourself, to admit when you don't know something, to accept help without feeling ashamed. Humble people ask for directions. Humble people say, "I don't know." Humble people do not walk in circles for an hour because they are too proud to ask a man on a bench for help. I was not humble at the beginning of that Saturday. I became very humble by the end of it. I found the market. It was wonderful. Beautiful produce, interesting stalls, lovely atmosphere. I bought some fruit. I walked around. I enjoyed every single minute of it. And I got back to my hotel without getting lost even once. Because this time I asked for help every single time I was not sure. Every corner, every turn. Humble, completely humble. Quick recap, our 3 words for today. Word number 1, navigate. To find your way from one place to another. She navigated through the busy airport with ease. He tried to navigate the city without a phone. I navigated in a complete circle for 45 minutes and ended up exactly where I started. All correct. All honest. Word number 2, disoriented. Confused about where you are or what direction you are going. The long flight left her feeling disoriented. He woke up in the unfamiliar room and felt completely disoriented. I stood in front of a park holding an upside-down map deeply. Completely disoriented. Correct. Very correct. Very personal. Word number 3, humble. Not thinking too highly of yourself. Willing to admit when you don't know something. Willing to ask for help. Willing to accept that other people know things you don't. She was humble enough to ask for feedback. He gave a humble and honest answer. I became humble the moment a kind stranger turned my map, right side up without saying a single word. That is humble. That is growth. So there you go. 3 words, 1 very long walk, 1 bakery I visited twice, and 1 man on a bench who saved my entire Saturday with 5 words and a pointed finger. That is the deal. I suffer, you learn. Always fair. Always worth it. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been completely lost and refused to ask for help? Have you ever walked in a circle and pretended it was intentional? Go to the comments right now and tell me your story. I am waiting. No judgment, only solidarity. And if you are not subscribed to WordWise yet, it is free. It is fun, and every episode you get new words, new stories, and a little reminder that making mistakes is how we learn. Hit that subscribe button and join our WordWise family. We are always happy to have you. This is Mr. Robert signing off. Keep learning, keep laughing, and please, if you are lost, just ask someone. The man on the bench is always there, and he is always kind. And he will always turn your map right side up without making you feel bad about it. See you in the next one.